Coaches, Rick Stewart with AllAccessCoaching.com. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button down below so we can let you know when new content's been uploaded.
Everybody and their mother runs this. I don't care if you're a double wing guy or an air raid guy. We ran 4 verts in double wing. Obviously, we're going to run 4 verts here in shotgun wing T. Again, remember, guys, our Y, right? Our Y would be out here. I don't know why this was a picture. Unfortunately, it's not part of my PowerPoint. I just pasted a picture in there. Had I been paying better attention, right, this Y would have been out here, top of the numbers. But we love 4 verts with a bender because that's, almost impossible for a defense to cover really well unless they've got an athletic linebacker who can wall our A. So our preference when we run this against a cover 2 look is we want to bend this vertical here with the A. Okay, so if we can bend that, our safety here has to make a decision in cover 2, right? So again, half side read. I'm going to talk about that a lot just because our quarterbacks, again, our quarterbacks didn't grow up playing the position. They're not going to be kids who spend all Saturday or all Sunday watching football on TV. They're not going to do those sorts of things. They love football. They like high school football, but they're not going to be kids who grow up desiring to be, college quarterbacks. Our quarterback for these next 2 years probably is a baseball player first, and he plays basketball and he plays football. So there's only so much time in the day to be able to put some knowledge into these young guys' brains. So half side read. So we run 4 verts. This is out of our red set. We're going to get a bender here from our A. We're going to get outside release, MOR, mandatory outside release from our X. And then we're going to hit the flat quick with our F. You'll see on film, actually not on this talk, if you sit in the next talk, our 3-3 run game, you'll see our F. He's a pretty darn good athlete. He's only a sophomore, so super lucky to have him. But if you've got a good athlete out of the backfield who can run and catch, this is pretty dangerous, especially with a quarterback who might struggle to make some reads. So make the corner make a decision here is our kind of philosophy, right? Make this corner make a decision. Quarterback's eyes are here. We want to bend here. This is poorly drawn. Again, my apologies, right? We want to bend in front of that safety's face. And if your X is a guy, like our X is a guy, he's your best receiver, usually in this type of offense. You're going to hit this X here on his go route. And then, if you do beat him outside, and corner has his rule, right? You get beat outside, you turn and go. You're going to have a nice little flat route here with the F. We told our quarterbacks probably every single flipping game this year, you can't go broke making a profit. So it took him about week 3 or week 4 to make that decision of, okay, I'm going to hit our F in the flat because, again, if you struggle to go through a progression, if you struggle to make a read, you got to have an outlet. What's your escape clause? What's your next step if how we draw it up on the whiteboard doesn't work? Heaven forbid, right? All of us as coaches, we're whiteboard, we went 100-0, you know what I mean? So we score every time and we stop the offense every time we work on the whiteboard, but it's not how it works. So you got to give your quarterback options, man. And that's big on what we do. Give your quarterback an option, let him work, let him do his thing. So this is 4 verts. Again, everybody runs this. Everybody runs a version of 4 verts. That's how we teach it. We certainly don't, again, it's not a full field read. We just can't do that. We don't have the guys to do that. And you have to be honest with yourself. In my opinion, you have to be honest with the type of athletes you have. If you do have a quarterback and you have an offensive line that can hold up, great. Your reads will probably look different than mine. But that's just the type of dudes I work with, and we want to keep it as simple as possible. So there's our 4 verts with a bender. Here's another 4 verts variation that we've run sparingly. This is switch, right? Again, so if you've got good athletes, you're probably going to be pretty solid running switch, especially if you get corners who like to press, right? If you get a corner who likes to get up in your receiver's grill and cover 2, even better, right? Have your X's and Y's drive hard inside off that ball, and then bring those A's and those B's right around, and you're still making a half side read, So we're reading, one side of the field. We don't have the dudes that are able to read full field. So we want to read half side, half field. This is what we're going to do. So This is Verts switch. Make these guys make a decision. If you get press coverage here with the corner, drive hard inside with your X, get a nice little natural rub, drive your A right off the butt of that corner. If corner's a good athlete, right, he's going to be bailing on A. He'll let X release up the seam for the safety to cover, and then your flat route should be wide open. If your corner is a knucklehead like most high school athletes, right, he's going to want to take a couple steps in with that X. A is going to come right off that butt, and we're going to be pretty solid there. So there's 4 verts switch. Again, just a variation to get you guys going. This is a big run and shoot deal too. You get a lot of those teams who like to air it out. This is a really good look and variation for you. So 4 verts switch out of our red set. We're going to start here with just our 4 verts looks. Again, I got about 37 clips I can go through for you guys. Again, you're not going to see a ton of cover 2 looks against us this year. We had some issues with filming. It was just a bad year for film, but you'll kind of see how we teach our quarterbacks to do some things. So here's our 4 verts. This is out of a red flop. So beginning of the year, this guy right here was supposed to be our Y. He's a 6'4" kid who runs like a deer. He's just a heck of an athlete. He was supposed to be our tight end. He was our tight end last year as a junior. Things happen. Got to go play quarterback. It is what it is. Let's make things happen. So we worked with a flexed Y to start the year because we didn't want to make him in line. So normally he'd be in line there. We just flexed him out 6 yards. So there was our Y. There's our A because we're in flop. Here's our B. Here's our X. And then, of course, here's our F. So that's how we started out the season. And then we made some changes. We decided we wanted to get a better athlete at this Y position. Let's just split him out and let's just make it 2x2. We still kept the B attached, right? We still kept the B here 1 by 1, but we just split the Y out wider just because it fit our personnel better. And as a coach, you guys all know this, right? You have to fit your personnel. If you don't fit your personnel well, in my opinion, you're doing a disservice to your kids. You're doing a disservice to your community. You're doing a disservice to everyone who's played at your program, right? Fit your personnel with what you have and put them in position to be successful. That's our job as coaches. We can't do it for them, but we can put them in position to be successful and make things go from there. So here you get a 4 verts look. You can see our quarterback's pretty simple. He's looking one side of the field. So for us, this was the conference player of the year here at corner for the 2A conference, what we played in this year. But this was our freshman receiver who, again, we thought was a dude. So we taught our quarterback, right? He's going to drive vertical. We're going to swing our F out. You got 2 decisions. Go X, you throw F. If neither of those are there, you're athletic enough to go run, make your decision. So you can see there's not a ton of thinking here with our quarterback. He's hitting his drop, 3-step hitch, throw. That's how quick we want to make it, right? So this is a cover 3 look really for us. Again, guys, I apologize for not showing you cover 2 a lot on film. I promise you it was not my intention. It's just the way the film kind of shook out for us. So 1, 2, 3-step hitch. F is looking for the ball because he knows he's in the read. Quarterback decides, hey, I want to throw it to our X. He's wide open, beat the guy, boom, touchdown. So again, you can see how quick that is, right? 1, 2, 3-step hitch, throw. This was our quarterback's second time playing quarterback in a game. This was our week 2 game. He had never played quarterback prior to that. You can see he's got a little bit of a cast on his hand. He broke his wrist in summer 7-on-7. So he's got a club here, but the kid's got guts. And I think if you make it simple enough for your guys, they're going to go out and make plays. I love our F here flashing his hands again. He knows he's in the read. I would like to see, I know we're not reading this side, but I would like to see a little bit more separation from these 3. But you can start to see we're getting that bender from the B. But when your receiver is a future D1 kid like that young man will be, unfortunately, again, it won't be with us. You can afford to take a couple shots here and there, and he just burned the conference player of the year. So certainly wasn't a slouch. Here's a good end zone shot of our quarterback, right? So again, he knows where he's going, right? There's no looking anybody off. Some people like that. Some people don't. Our quarterback knows where he's going. Eyes are to the left. Got great protection up front. Super happy about that. Boom. Let it fly. Let it rip. Pretty solid play right there. Love watching your guys celebrate touchdowns, right? I mean, it's a beautiful thing. Your offensive line's excited. Your quarterback's excited. We did not win this game, unfortunately, but, good things happened. I'm going to give you guys a different look here. This is our high school. So, like I said, we're in Gilbert, Arizona, Gilbert Christian. This is our field, brand new field turf. If you guys ever want to come out and visit, man, I think we have one of the most beautiful setups in high school football. That's our campus right there. So we're one building, one field. You got the basketball gym right through these doors right here. We have a beautiful, beautiful campus. Again, I'm a little biased, but, if you guys ever want to come visit, especially in the winter, right? If you're on the East Coast or somewhere where it snows, you want to come to Gilbert, Arizona. Gosh, I think it's 70 degrees here today. So just let me know. We got great facilities. I'd love to talk shop, talk ball. So here's another 4 Verts look. Again, you could see our quarterback. He's making one read, 3-step hitch, let the ball fly. So it's not rocket surgery. Our A here makes a great play. Ran a great route. Go back to the beginning for you. So he knows he's reading this side of the field. That's kind of where he's going. This was the main reads right here. Our A is a pretty gosh darn good athlete. I'm sorry, that's our Y. My apologies. Yeah, he's reading Y. That's our A. That's our B. Out of these 3 guys, our quarterback knows, hey, our Y is our dude. He's a different guy. This was the week after the play I just showed you. We moved a different guy here to Y, better athlete. It was a good decision for us. 1, 2, 3 step, hitch throw. He's got big legs. Let it fly. Get your athlete in space. Let him go make a play. So there's another version of 4 Verts. We got another one here, same game. Here's kind of what I'm talking about letting your guys make plays in space. This is a better look again for from their vantage point. They filmed this. The reason the camera's all fuzzy is our opponents have to film from our opposing stand, so their fans are getting pretty loud. But again, here you're going to get a 4 Verts look. The reason I put this one on here is, again, our quarterback's reading wide side of the field, but he's going to have his check down right here. Okay. So our F's a pretty good little athlete. Again, their crowd was getting pretty excited. Okay. His read's not there. Throw it out to your running back and let him work. Okay. Watch this little move right here. Set him up inside, break it back out. You can't teach that. If you got a guy, get him the ball. Get him the ball quickly. So again, quarterback's looking wide side of the field. He doesn't like what he sees. He's getting, there's good coverage downfield. Scramble a little bit, flip it out to that F. Whoop, make a move, and let him go score. So good decision there. But that only happens, right? That only happens if you talk about it. If you talk about it with your guys, hey, what's your emergency action plan? If your first read isn't there, where are you going with your eyes? Here's another 4 Verts, same game. This probably, you could argue is offensive pass interference. I think Arizona Lutheran, the team we're playing, would agree with you. I would probably agree with you, but it wasn't called. You get a 1-on-1 there. Was it pass interference? Yeah, probably. But it wasn't called, so it was a touchdown for us. We ended up losing this game by a touchdown, unfortunately. We lost 2 of our first 3 games and then rattled off 8 straight. But hey, no call. We're good.
Coaches, Rick Stewart with allaccesscoaching.com. I really hope this video helps make you a better coach. Make sure you hit the subscribe and like button down below so we can let you know when new content becomes available, because we're all about coaches helping coaches. And remember, coach, better today, never as good as tomorrow.